I'm spilling the beans. So a lot of people ask for my opinion about music streaming and whatnot, and especially since Apple and Spotify have announced that they're doing lossless and all that, and my opinion is stinking awesome. I'm a musician first and foremost, and anything to get people excited about listening to music can only be a good thing. And to be honest, it's all perfectly just in time because I am sick of Tidal and I just want to share my experience as to why I'm leaving. But the big question right out of the gates that I get asked all the time, does Tidal sound better than Spotify? Yes. Yes, it does. But only their mastered tracks. If you have the supporting equipment, you'll feel the extra depth, that extra sparkle. It's honestly very subtle, but remembering that it's on top of an already excellent sound. Their regular non-master tracks, they're just like Spotify, which sound great. It's really easy to take for granted just how good music compression is nowadays. But you've read the title of this video, haven't you? That means it's time to get smelly. Look, Tidal has a smaller crew than Spotify, and Apple is a tech giant with endless resources. So look, I'd never expect them to keep up with every little feature and gimmick. The hardcore even say that the whole deal with Tidal is just music quality first and foremost. Who cares if the software lags a little bit, so long as it's good enough? Well, whoopsie does it, mate, because it's not good enough. It's borderline terrible. The amount of times I've had to log in is obscene, and it usually has to open up a browser, and it's like a kerfuffle shuffle every time. It's not that slick, and you'll be doing it a lot. I have a question for you though. Do you like your music pausing randomly? Well, that's good news, because Tidal loves doing that. Heaps of people have this issue too. What's the point of being the higher quality thing if you can't even listen to it some days? Crashes are common, annoying pop-ups saying I'm not connected to the internet, and then worse, they don't self-cancel when it decides to work again.
Oh, you stupid dingus thing. Play. Oh, but yeah, it works fine. That's no, copyright.
So you just get all these pointless pop-ups telling you of an issue that not only shouldn't exist, but currently doesn't exist. Some poor guy literally this week on the Tidal subreddit lost all of their playlist tunes. 3,000 of them, and that is heartbreaking, as these are the songs that you find over time, and you collect them all together, and when you need a pick-me-up day, you just hit your top list and just sit and bask. And the really hardcore music lovers are the ones who are mainly using Tidal, so basically it's a hardcore music lover who's just lost all of their playlists. And this next one is literally a big con against every single streaming platform. Video, audio, doesn't matter, and that's called music not being available on the platform anymore. Tidal will just grey it out, which is such a tease. You can see the song that you want to listen to, but it's just blocked out for stuffy corporate reasons. Some of my favorite jazz artists, they're long dead now, so their music is entangled in family estates, which can change hands. All of a sudden an artist changes music labels that doesn't support your music streaming platform of choice anymore, and boom, it's just gone. It's literally happened to me overnight. The night before, listen to the song. Next day, it's gone. And every single streaming platform has this risk. Talk to fans of The Office US and ask them how it feels. It's not gonna change. Big corporations are greedy, grubby entities. To see Apple and Spotify making hi-fi more mainstream, it's great. I can finally leave Tidal. A lot of people lament that it's they don't care. Tidal sounds brilliant. Their core value is there. They fulfilled that purpose. But what's the point if it's awful to use? Where it's the best speakers in the world, where they'll make you cry every time Banana Phone starts playing out of it. But then the only caveat is it just wafts wet fart smell the entire time. Doesn't matter how good it sounds if you don't want to be near it. If you do a 5-second Google search, you'll just see piles of complaints dating back years. There's no excuses to me. All the while Tidal being the more expensive option, Apple is saying they're going to offer this more high quality music at the base subscription price. Big oof. That's straight punch to the guts right there. And look, those of you who want to get really into high-res audio, here's my tip. Buy the digital copy. But the thing is, you don't buy every single album in FLACs. Just your absolute favorites, because that's how you notice the extra quality. These are songs you know so well, yet when you put on a nice set of headphones, oh my. All of a sudden, you're hearing new stuff in something you swore you knew inside out. And for me, that's where the magic is. You want to listen to something familiar, and yet you're discovering something new. And yes, it can be expensive. I use Z Digital to find all my flacks. But the thing is, you build up over time. Just buy a couple of albums a year. Hey, life may be short, but it's still the longest thing you'll ever do. After like 5 years, you'll be amazed at how many albums you would have collected that are in their absolute top quality with no way for the big stupid company people to take it away from you. Besides, phones have so much stinking storage space in them nowadays that we can actually go back to having our actual files on our devices again. Modern, absolute insane audiophile headphones are now coming out like trying to support playing straight out of a phone again. Just in time for everyone to be ditching the headphone jack, but oh well, dongle on. Yeah, these are only 32 ohms. These sound great out of a phone. So yeah, streaming, it's great. It's so accessible. It's a great way to discover music. A lot of FLAC files I've bought were after finding it on streaming sites go, oh wow, I'd love to really listen to this now. You know, the big business side of it stinks. It's hard to know what's actually gonna stay on your platform or jump on the other ones. But Apple and Spotify, yay. Tidal, I stuck it out for a long time. It sounds great. Your app stinks. Apple TV, iOS, Android, Mac, Windows, doesn't matter. I've had issues with every single version. But that's it. Huge thanks for watching. Big thanks to my patrons, especially these stinky names right here. Because $1 a month, I do extra videos. So on the topic of going back to just actually owning your music files again and playing them out whatever you want to play with, we're doing a pretty old school video, mate. I'm fixing up an old 4G for me to use. All of my iPods got parted out for all these videos, and I've lost some parts and bits are gone missing, and I realize I actually don't have a reliable 4th gen anymore. We're gonna see if it turns on and works first off. I mean, that's the funnest bit. So, thanks so much, mate, and I'll see you next time.
Frank, get off the floor. What are you doing? Frank, look out for yourself. That's you. Hello. No, Frank, don't come here. Oh, no, Frank, don't do it. No.